Hey everyone, let's look at the concept of purchasing power parity. This is an application of the theory of exchange rates. According to PPP or purchasing power parity, a unit of given currency should be able to buy the same quantity of goods in all countries. This is based on the law of one price. If purchasing power parity fails, arbitrage opportunities will exist. I will show you how in the next slide. Let's look at the exchange rate between US and Canadian dollars. One US dollar, say for example, I know that exchange rate keeps changing all the time. Let's for example make the assumption that 1 US dollar is equal to $30 Canadian dollars. If purchasing power parity holds, a car which is $20,000 in US should cost $30 times 20,000 equal to 26,000 Canadian dollars in Canada. If instead of $26,000 a car costs $25,000 in Canada, then we would say it's cheaper and we can buy Canadian and sell in the US to earn a profit. On the other hand, if the car costs $27,000 in Canada, we would say it is expensive to buy in Canada, so we can buy in the US and sell in Canada to earn a profit. We would see why purchasing power parity fails. There are two reasons. The first one is many goods are not easily traded, as for example, spa services, medical services, housekeeping services. Number two, even if goods are traded, they are not always perfect substitutes. Now we can look at the Hamburger Standard to explain purchasing power parity, and it's really making me very happy. So what goes in a Big Mac? The ingredients are special sauce. With that I can add mystery meat, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a big sesame seed bun. You can find a Big Mac no matter which part of the world you go to. I feel like including Antarctica. Just kidding, I'm not sure if you can find a Big Mac in Antarctica. Alright, let's come back to the slide and look at the price of a Big Mac in US for January 2013. It was quite cheap back then. It was $4.37 in January 2013. According to purchasing power parity, the cost of Big Mac should be the same in all the countries. The predicted exchange rate, we have a formula for that, which is equal to the price in foreign country over the price in US. Now look at this slide very carefully. I have 7 different countries with the local price given to me. I have Indonesia all the way to Britain. I have a predicted exchange rate, I have an actual exchange rate, and I'm going to see the purchasing power parity does not really hold for any of these countries, and for some of the countries the Big Mac is overpriced or overvalued, and in some of the countries it is underpriced or undervalued. I'm just going to abbreviate for fun. Overvalued as OV, undervalued as UV. Predicted exchange rate. This is also called the Big Mac exchange rate. The formula for predicted exchange rate is foreign price over US price. I would strongly advise you to get back here with your calculators. So I have 27939 over US price, which is equal to, how much is the US price here? That was 4.37, and I get 6393. Now I can look at 3700 over the US price, which is 4.37. I get close to 847 on. Now the actual exchange rate is something which we see in organized foreign exchange markets, and looks like the actual exchange rates are different from the predicted exchange rates for all the countries. To see if PPP holds, I need to find the equivalent US price for all these 9 different countries and comment on whether these are underpriced or overpriced. The formula for that is I take the foreign price, I divide this by the actual exchange rate. For Indonesia, foreign price is going to be the Indonesian price, which is 27939 rupiah over the actual exchange rate, which is 9767 rupiah per dollar. If I do the calculation here, my result will be in dollars, which is $2.86. Compare this to the US dollars, and the price of a Big Mac in Indonesia is less than the price of a Big Mac in US. So I'm just going to say Indonesia is overvalued compared to US. Now, if you pick up another country, say South Korea, price of a Big Mac in South Korea is 3,700. You divide this by the actual exchange rate, which is 1085 on, and you get this as 3.41. This is also undervalued. Let's pick up another country here. I'm gonna pick up Sweden and try to see if it is overvalued or undervalued. So the price is 48.4 krona. Divide this by not the predicted but by the actual exchange rate, which is 6.4 krona per US dollars. Oh, and is 7.56 US dollars. Much greater than the price of a Big Mac in US. So I'm going to say this Sweden is overvalued. You can do it for all the different countries for fun and comment on whether the currency is overvalued or undervalued. And definitely purchasing power parity does not hold when we are using this Big Mac standard. Thank you very much. Hope this makes sense.